So, okay, now share screen.
All right, what do you want to share?
Okay, this one.
Your PowerPoint.
No, the
All right.
startup
So what you
generation.
gotta do?
Okay, I'm coming. Let me put. So this is
All right. So then what you gotta do is so you gotta go to slideshow from beginning,
okay.
and then oh dear, that's a lot.
Okay, let's close the other ones for now. Let's close it from here. Do you get what I'm saying?
Close everything else.
Let
Okay.
no, let's close every. Okay, so okay. Um, uh,
Save.
close.
Did you save this?
I don't need it anymore.
Oh, you don't need it.
Okay, okay, Jacko save to buffer save. It might be no, it was because I was working.
It's
So
fine.
yeah, so let's close every other thing that I'm not working on. Module one, no. MBTI. Okay, that's what it is. It's MBTI. Okay, so I can shut it down.
Yeah, you can close it. All right.
So open and let's shut down everything that is not needed right now. Shut this down. I'm sorry, I went to take this picture yesterday. Okay. Shut this down because I don't need it. You have to try and shut down every other thing that is not in this right now. Okay, shut this one down.
This? Are you sure?
Shut it down. I don't need it for now.
What else?
Shut this one down too. This is the tool that I'm going to use today.
All right, so you can keep those two then. So then what you want to do? Oh, okay. So
see waiting room. Yeah, admit it, and let me say hello to him. So how do I see their face? Okay. Hello, Ekaro. I can't hear his voice.
Yeah, just wait. He's
okay, it's connected to. Okay.
Other
one more here. No one, but there's somebody beside him. Yeah, I can have. On mute, Yarayin. Bonyi. Okay. What is communication? If I
internet is slow, so he's still connecting.
Okay, so I want to say good morning. Chat. Okay.
All right.
Good morning. Okay. So okay. I need my chair to glow up by force by fire. Okay. It's still connecting to okay. Okay, that's it. Good morning. Good morning, Mr. Lawal.
Right back.
My audio and everything is okay. Okay. Káàárọ̀. Gbóhùn yín. We can't hear you. Bolu, do I need to unmute? Bolu. Do I need to unmute?
Huh?
Do I need to unmute? Because I don't know why it says audio doing that.
Because his internet is slow. Yeah. Remember, he's connecting all the way from Nigeria, so.
Oh, okay, so it might actually be okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I'm boiling water so that we can eat a little bit. Because I'm hungry. Sorry, surely. I think his wife is standing by to actually find out. Okay, so what can he do to make it a little bit better?
I'm honestly not sure.
You're not sure? Okay. 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 See, it's saying X to his audio. I don't know why that is happening. I can't be doing that right now. It's too late. Everybody should find a way of connecting. Tabade class Onikaluku, I'm sorting out. Yeah, Brother Sam too. I think I need to connect Brother Sam that he should get in. Let's ask Brother Sam to get in. Okay. Brother Sam. Surely by Kenny Sapoko Nisa. Kenny Oshani Mama Puro. Brother Sam. That's how Brother Sam. Okay, Brother Sam will Brother Sam, please come in. Yeah, close the door. Now, if I want to connect my stuff, help well, Leo.
Plug it in.
Yeah, it is Sony. Any? Ó dá ẹ wọlé àti débẹ̀ ẹ wọlé. Brother kan tó ti wọlé báyìí mi mọ tó ṣe volume rẹ̀ tó ní a little bit of problem to be able to connect with his volume. So, okay, so how do we unmute him? Okay. Okay, ẹ máa join, jẹ́ kí n pa phone. It says mute.
Hold on.
You want internet, man?
I think he's speaking right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hello, Mr. Lawal. Good morning.
Good morning, man.
Okay, please, I want to see your face.
I'm just trying to say this thing. In fact, let me try to set it. You see my face very soon.
Okay,
I'm trying to
that'll be
set
all right.
this thing out. Yeah, okay. Thank you, man.
Ekaro.
Ekaroma.
Yes, sir.
Erama.
Okay, it says one person in
Okay,
waiting,
ma.
so that's Brother Sam. How is Brother Sam? Okay, can I?
So then, what do you want to do now?
You.
When it's 5 minutes to 2, then I'll put my screen on.
All right.
Yeah. So in the meantime, let me just be welcoming people.
All right.
Yeah. So you want to check if that water is ready? Maybe you can do some chocolate milk or what do you want?
Yeah.
I'll come and do coffee for myself
shaking me now.
because I'm not sure I'm sleeping again because after we finish, I want to set up Zoom for my class and then I want to start studying. Yeah, and then prayer meeting is 7 o'clock.
Come on.
And then after that, I have my class meeting, and then we go to birthdays. So I need to study or else. Yeah, this first day is going to be yikes. Yeah, seriously, real yikes. God help me.
Morning,
Brother Sam, ẹ káàárọ̀.
ẹ káàárọ̀ mà.
Ojú rẹ mọ́ yín o.
Àmín mà.
Kí ló ṣe kí ni tó wá stop báyìí nù?
Ṣé mo dúpẹ́ Mr. Bọ́lárìnwá máa ń gbóhùn yín. We hearing you. We can hear you very loud.
In fact, I'm just trying to set this thing. It's telling me that my video is stopped, so I'm trying to set it.
Okay. Ó dẹ̀ pọ́n video sọ ẹ try ẹ máa tún ṣe àìní 15 more minutes.
Okay, no problem.
So we still have time. Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ sà.
Okay, yes, man.
Good to hear your voice. Brother Sam, ẹ jẹ́ rójú yín o. tẹ́yìn ò tí ì sùn mo ti sùn dájí ń tèmi o ìfàtì gbogbo ẹ̀yìn ló ti bẹ̀ sí ń kan mí kí n tó lọ sùn torí mi ti ń ṣe múya níwò dìde ńlẹ̀ lọ́sùn ìwà lọ́lá or else don't go and sleep kó má lọ jẹ́ pé ó máa bẹ̀ sí ṣèlú ládìyẹ ará Nàìjíríà dẹ̀ ti jí wọn dẹ̀ nímọ̀ pé táìmù òru ti wà ní.
ṣe rójú mi bẹ́ẹ̀ sìn.
mo ti rí yín very well. mo ti rí yín talẹ́ni tó dúró sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan yẹn.
Okay, ọmọ mi ni.
ẹ jẹ́ kí n kí ẹ pè ẹ jẹ́ kí n kí.
Emmanuel, mom is greeting you.
Good morning, ma.
ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ o mo mọ̀ pé yín lẹ́ help daddy o I know you are the one helping daddy to do it.
Àwọn ni ẹ o.
Okay, hi guys. Good morning.
Mommy kí ẹ.
Good morning, ma.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ o, ẹ sọ Yorùbá ni mo fẹ́ gbọ́ o, mi ò gbọ́ English o, ó dìgbà tí kíláàsì bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ wá sọ English
Wọ́n fẹ́
nígbà
gbọ́
yẹn.
oya Yorùbá.
Ẹ káàárọ̀, ma.
Ẹ ṣe sọ di rí wọn báyìí. Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ o, thank you. Ẹ kú ìrànlọ́wọ́ dáàdì, mọ́mì ńkọ́ o.
Adúkẹ́ máa.
Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́.
Mommy, call your mommy for me.
Mami.
Yorùbá ni mo fẹ́ gbọ́ o, mi ń ṣòyìnbó o, sọ́ọ́rì iṣẹ́ ti rójú mi báyìí.
Ẹ̀rọ mọ́mí mo rí mà.
Mi ń ṣòyìnbó o, sọ́ọ́rì o.
Ìyá délé yìí.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ mà. Ó ti fúrí sọ.
Ó ní Yorùbá làwọn fẹ́ o.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ mà, ẹ kú tọ́jú dádì o.
Wọ́n ní ẹkú tọ́jú yára.
Hello, ma.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ mà.
Ẹ káàárọ̀, ma.
Ẹ kú tọ́jú àwọn dádì o.
Yes, ma.
Ẹ ṣé gan, thank you very much. Ẹ ṣé ẹ dúpẹ́
Yes,
tẹ́
ma.
tọ́jú wọn tẹ́ fàyè gbà wọ́n.
Yes, ma.
A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run, Corona ò ní kó wa nílé lọ o, in Jesus name.
Àmín, ma.
Ẹ dẹ̀ kú rọ́jú, ẹ kú ìgbìyànjú náà.
Yes, ma.
Gbogbo ibi ló mú o, kì í ṣọ̀dọ̀ yín nìkan o, everywhere ni o.
Yes, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Everywhere ni kì í ṣọ̀dọ̀ yín nìkan o.
Yes, ma.
Bó ṣe gbóná lọ́dọ̀ yín ló ṣe gbóná lọ́dọ̀ wa, àwọn èèyàn ń kú níbí yìí o, seriously. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, àwọn èèyàn ń kú
TB
níbí
by God increase every day ni. TB by God increase every day.
Àwa lẹ́nu ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí báyìí lẹ́nu ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí ló dà pé bóyá ní province ibi tí mò ń gbé yìí bóyá ẹnìkan ṣoṣo but there was a particular week tó jẹ́ pé àwọn èèyàn ń kú lọ́wọ́ọ̀wọ́ ni seriously very bad.
Ó lágbára o.
Very very bad. Corona is real. Kì í ṣe bí ìtẹ̀rẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni so ẹni tí ó bá ti necessary pé kó jáde ń jòkó sílé ẹ̀ ni.
That's the best thing. That's the best thing.
Ìgbà yìí á lọ Olúwa fi atẹ́gùn rere sílẹ̀ ìgbà tuntun á tún padà wá.
Amen.
Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ ẹ kú ìgbìyànjú o.
Yes, ma.
Wá ràn gbogbo wa lọ́wọ́ o.
Àmín ma.
Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ so ẹ ti rí mi báyìí mi ń ṣòyìnbó o. Mi ń ṣòyìnbó.
I'm happy to see you, ma.
Mi ń ṣòyìnbó okay. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n jáde kúrò ní conference for a few minutes mo fẹ́ lọ ṣe coffee mo fẹ́ mu coffee kí má lọ mọ̀ kí ló ládìyẹ torí òru ní lọ́dọ̀ wa.
Yes, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Aago kan òru lélẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ jẹ́ lọ ṣe coffee kí má máa ṣe ló ládìyẹ.
No problem.
Ẹ ṣé.
No problem. Yes, ma. So I want you hold on with the meeting. No problem.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn máa dé sí kẹ́ máa rí wọn.
Okay, no problem, ma. Mo ṣe wá ń gan mo wà pẹ̀lú yín. Àwọn èèyàn ti lọ ó rà lè prepare coffee. Àwọn eléyìí náà.
Gbogbo yóò tí ì ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ náà jẹ́ olóṣèlú.
Mo ń record ẹ̀ gan. Wọ́n ti lọ. Àwọn Amẹ́ríkà yẹn. Ṣé bá sọ fún ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀ tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀? Ókè òsì mẹ́jọ tá à ń sọ. Tí ẹ mọ̀ bóyá pásítọ̀ ti join. Mi lè ní fẹ́ fi kíní tí mò ń ṣe lẹ́wọ̀n. Mo 100 naira kó lọ ra credit fún mọ́mí ẹ̀. Kó o tó bá pàdé big moment sọ pé bí mọ́mí ẹ̀ ṣe rí Miss Consin. Dès que ça a style pé pastor dès que n pe big moment mi mo ti gbé síwájú màá join the time má rà.
Orí ògbó ló ti ń ṣayọ̀, èpèlè kú tó dá síbi tó wù. Ọwọ́ ṣòkòtò kẹ̀mbẹ̀rẹ̀ bí ìjà bí ẹni tó ń lọ ṣeré. Òní kọ́kọ́rọ́ gbogbo ayé lọ́wọ́. Àgádà kodo ẹ̀mí gbogbo wa. Aṣáájú ogun lánàá o. Akẹ́yìn ogun lábọ̀. Èpèlè kú tó dá síbi tó wù. Iná lójú iná lẹ́nu. Ẹnìkẹrin nínú iná. Ọba tó dáná sórí ìgbẹ́ tí ìgbẹ́ ò sì rún. Ọ̀kan lánàá, ọ̀kan lónìí, ọ̀kan títí ayérayé, àìlètúwò, adáhùn sọ, adáṣẹpa, adóhùn ṣe, olú inú àwọn ọ̀run. Ọ̀kan lánàá, ọ̀kan lónìí, ọ̀kan títí ayérayé, okùn mẹ́ta táyé ò lè fàjà. Òkèlè bàbá tí ó ṣe pé mi kò ṣòwò àjẹ́. Kọ̀rí kọ́kùn òkè ńlá, àkàbà sọ̀rùn àtayé, ládàá sọ̀rùn àtayé, àkàbà lọ́rùn àtayé, ológun gbógun mi, ológun gbógun jẹ. Ẹ àgbàlagbà nínú ọ̀làlá, ẹni jẹ́ wo orí òsọ dàrúgbó, bàbá aláìní bàbá, ọ̀rẹ́ aláìlé èèyàn, pátápátá ọlá, gbòrògbòdò nínú ògo, òkúrìyọ òkú sá, Jọ́dánì rí ọ ó padà sẹ́yìn. Òkè ńlá fò bí àgbò, òkè kékèké ò lè dúró níwájú ayérayé. Àtọ́ba àtẹlẹ kó tó jọba, òun kẹ́tẹ́kẹ́tẹ́ pálámọ̀ fún bí ènìyàn. Ìjìnlẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ inú rẹ̀ ló gbé, àṣírí ọ̀rọ̀ inú rẹ̀ ló gbé, àdìtú ọ̀rọ̀ inú rẹ̀ ló gbé. Òtítọ́, iye, àdìtú, ọgbọ́n, ìmọ́lẹ̀, òdodo, arúgbó láíláí. Ọlá lẹ̀wọ̀ lásán. Bàbá mi, bàbá mi. Ọlá ńlá lẹ̀wọ̀ lásán. Pápá ìyìnlẹ̀ tí ń ṣeré, pápá ìyìnlẹ̀ tí ń jẹun. Lórí fíldì ìyìn tábìlì oúnjẹ rẹ wà. Oríṣiríṣi oúnjẹ tó bá jẹ́ káwọn ọmọlẹ́ lòún jẹ torí pé oníyìn ni ó. Olúfìyìn mi ṣọlá, olúfìyìn mi ṣayọ̀, olúfìyìn mi ṣògo, ọba tó ń jẹ tó ń mu nínú ìyìn mi mo gbé ọ̀gá. Ọlá lẹ̀wọ̀ lásán ẹ pariwo. Arúgbó ọjọ́ ẹ̀yin lónìí o, ẹ sọ̀rọ̀ sókè, ẹ̀yin lọ́la o, ẹ̀yin lọ́jọ́ gbogbo, ẹ̀yin lọ́nà àjàmọ̀ púpọ̀ jábọ̀ rí ìpàdé, ọlọ́run tó ṣojú ọ̀run màró màró. pọ́lọ́n lè ṣe nínú ayé tiẹ̀. Orin ẹyọ kan tó kù rí pé ó kọ́ dáadáa. Orin tá a kọ níbẹ̀rẹ̀ yẹn la máa kọ́ sí ká lè ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ní wéréwéré. Ẹni ńlá tó ìṣòwò ńlá. Bí tí mo jókòó sí ẹni mo tún wọn pé Ọlọ́run èwo ló gbé báyìí. Báwo la ṣe fẹ́ fi sáàrin ara wọn tó máa jọra wọn torí kò yé mi. Ó dẹ̀ jọra wọn torí pé Ọlọ́run ni. Ẹni ńlá tó ṣòwò ńlá. Ẹni ńlá tó ṣòwò ńlá. Ńlá ńlá lọ́lá ńlá rẹ̀ o. Ọlọ́run tó ṣòwò ńlá. Káwọ́ sókè kọ́. Ẹni ńlá tó ṣòwò ńlá. Ẹni ńlá tó ṣòwò ńlá. Ńlá ńlá lọ́lá ńlá rẹ̀ o. Ọlọ́run tó ṣòwò ńlá. Kò sí ní ọlọ́rọ̀ tó máa dé ṣé wọ́n nìkan ni. Fún odindi ọjọ́ méje tó máa kọ ọmọdé tí ẹ máa tọ́ra ẹ̀. Odindi ọjọ́ méje tó bá délé ẹ̀ Monday tó débẹ̀ Tuesday tó débẹ̀ Thursday tó bá máa fi di ọjọ́ kẹrin ṣe ló máa lé àti sọ fún security má jò wọlé. Òun blue ló máa wọ̀ wá. Tó bá ṣe ìjà ṣàtúnṣe.
Kí ló ṣe? What is wrong? The guy is already off again. Yeah, I think he's trying to work on his volume and everything. Okay. Let me look at Pastor Femi. What is going on here? Pastor Femi, what is going on? Brother Sam.
Rama.
Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ o.
Yes,
Bóyá ibi tí Mr. Lawal ti ń try àti tún. Hello, Pastor Femi, kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀? Ẹ káàárọ̀ o, mi ò rí yín ẹ̀ tí wọlé o. Ẹ ti léètì ní 3 minutes tó ẹ̀yin ará Africa, ẹ má ṣe African time torí tó bá ti di 2 on the dot máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ̀rọ̀ o. Kò sí African time o, mi ò ń ṣe African time. Ohun tó bá ti ṣe tí mo fi sọ wípé mi ò ní sùn kí n lè rọ́ọ̀nù program yìí ṣe àpò orí bẹ́ẹ̀dì mi tó fine ló yẹ kí n sùn sí báyìí kí n máa ọrùn kẹ máa gbọ́ Naija. Ó yá wọlé káwọn èèyàn wọlé it starts in 3 minutes. Ó yá wọlé káwọn èèyàn sọ fáwọn èèyàn kan wọlé. Okay o. Brother Sam. You okay? Bolu wà lẹ́yìn ẹ ti rí Bolu?
No, mi ò rí Bolu.
Bolu gbọ́ wo Brother Sam is saying hi.
Hi.
Ó àtàṣọ bóra.
Ó àtàṣọ bóra. Ṣé ó ṣàsùn díẹ̀?
Àbí ó sùn díẹ̀.
Okay, that's good.
Ó sùn díẹ̀.
Àwọn èèyàn yóò máa ti wọlé báyìí o.
Ọ̀nà ni okay, ẹ jẹ́ kí n gbé emoji ẹ̀yin nìyẹn. Ṣé ẹ ti rí coffee mi báyìí? Can you see my coffee cup? We can't hear you yet. Let me call Dad. Yeah, your voice, we can't hear you. Okay, let's call Dad. Let me say hello to Dad.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I can hear you now.
Okay, so good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Ẹ káàárọ̀ o. Ẹni tó gbọ́ Yorùbá ń bẹ ẹ káàárọ̀ o. Good morning.
I love you.
We are all good here. Good morning. Good morning. Everybody, you can type good morning from where you are, please. As a matter of courtesy, let's say good morning to everybody. Please type good morning to everybody.
Good morning.
Yeah, please say good morning to everybody. That's a courteous way of starting.
Good morning. I'm not seeing your this thing now. We are seeing ourselves. Good morning. Good morning. I want to know that starting by you.
Okay. But at least you can see on your page that I'm saying good morning to everyone.
Yeah, I can see it now. Okay, reply. Okay, trust everyone. Okay, good morning too. Good morning, CG.
Okay.
Good morning to
Everybody, please type good morning on your screen. Hello, Pastor Femi. Please, everybody, type good morning on your screen. On your screen, there is chat on your screen. Please type good morning, everybody, please.
I watch you typing.
Yeah. Pastor Femi, type good morning. Emoji, please type good morning. Mr. Lawal, please type good morning.
Have you seen my own? I just sent good morning to you right now.
Yeah, I just said good morning too. Yeah, I can see that.
But I'm using the another line, the church line, so you might not.
Yeah, I can see Living Word. Yeah, I see Living Word now.
Okay.
Please, everybody, please type good morning. It's our way of welcoming ourselves. Because we've not seen ourselves before. I think the only two people now that can say, three people that can say they've seen me before is Emoji Steve and Pastor Femi. Everybody else, I am new to you and you are new to me. So it's your courteous way of saying good morning. Good morning.
Check who is there. Okay.
We will wait another few minutes for people to join. There is just only a few people here. Soon you will identify yourselves.
And I think they'll be joining us right now.
Yeah.
Next one who is there. Somebody and you.
Yes.
His on.
Brother Sam Adeyanju is there. Brother Sam, please type good morning. Please say good morning to everyone.
Who else is here? Brother
one person waiting. Okay. Admit.
Okay, from Samuel to good morning. Okay. Samuel is.
He's saying good morning from Vancouver. Okay, two people are coming in.
Check. Let's see if the brother Samuel.
Dad, okay, please put Daddy on. Let me say hello to Dad.
Samuel is not. His son is not sure.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Hello, Dad. Láti wá ń bí àwọn èèyàn ti ń wọlé. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Àti jíà ẹ wo kọfí mi báyìí jòròjòrò ni mo gbé síbí yìí o. Ẹ káàárọ̀ o. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning. You are welcome. God bless you. Good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning. Please type good morning on your screen. Type good morning to say good morning to everybody because you are probably seeing everybody for the first time. When you come into the class, please say good morning. It's just a courteous way of being good to ourselves. Because we're going to be together, we have become family now. So say good morning to them. Type good morning on your screen.
Yes.
Yes, Brother Sam is on the line. If Daddy, you could come in too, but I know you're busy. Okay. At any point in time, you can breathe in and breathe out when you're less busy. Okay, we will try and have fun here. Yes, I will. Yeah, he will soon come and say hello to everybody. I just want everybody to be in. Okay, bye. Hello, good morning, everybody.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, everybody. I think you can see me very clearly.
Good morning.
Yes,
good
we
morning,
can see you very clearly. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma.
It's good to see everyone. Okay. We would wait another 2 minutes and then we will start.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to wait because there's just 8 people now, and I think we're expecting about 16 or 18 of us.
Okay.
I'm not saying about.
So if you need to catch coffee like me, if you have to catch a cup of coffee like me, if you need to go to the washroom, please go ahead.
Okay, maybe you should just send my own right now. Pastor Femi, so you two admit your own.
Here we are. Everybody's trying to stay awake.
So you are not on Kilimanjaro Mountain today.
Not this morning, maybe another day. Not this morning.
Oh God.
Oh my.
I'm just trying to check some of my people.
Yes.
Okay.
Please check them out.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. We are waiting. When it's 2:07 on the dot, I will start sharing my screen.
Okay.
Yeah, so I have 1 more minute and then I'll start sharing my screen.
Okay. Still recording.
I can see Pastor Femi, you have your hand raised up. What's going on?
No, that's not Pastor Femi. That is Olukotun Samuel.
Yeah,
Oladele.
no, Redmi Note 7.
Okay.
Redmi Note 7. Your hand is up.
Okay.
Yeah, please put down your hand. Redmi Note 7.
All right, now we do that.
Okay. Yeah, just put your hand on that same thing and then it will come down. Okay. Thank you for lowering your hand. Please, as you come in the line, please say good morning. Please type good morning. Please type good morning on your screen. If you have not done it, please just say good morning to everybody, because you've probably seen people for the first time.
Type good morning. Do good
Yeah,
morning.
type good morning on your screen.
Good morning.
Yeah, type it on your screen. You will see chat. On your screen, there is a chat stuff there. Please go there and say good morning.
Type good morning. I'm coming now.
Oh, get ready to join.
I didn't even know how to even use this app.
No, obey any password. Direct.
There is no password. I've made that easy for everybody. No password.
That is much more easier. No password. Just click down like that.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. I guess I would like to share my screen now, and then we can start. Technical director, can you come and say hi to everybody? My technical director is here. Put that down. Put that away. Put it away. That is Mr. Bolubadewa. Can you say hello to everybody? Good morning. Say good morning to everybody.
Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. That's my technical director.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So now we would share our screen. Okay. Can we share the screen? Yeah. That. Yeah. Can you make it so that at least we can see everybody? Okay.
Yes.
Can I don't want it to fill the whole screen. Can we make it a little bit?
Let me just, if you want, then I can just,
if Sherry is that the way it's gonna look like you.
I suppose you won't change the name. It's in a showing techno.
Oh, I don't know what
Oh,
has to
somebody's
do.
waiting. Let's to get the person in. Okay. Okay, share the screen. Share the screen. Just the way it was before, and then everybody can. But at least they can still see me. They can still see me. Okay. Hello, good morning, everybody.
Good morning to you, sir.
Please, you can mute at this point. Please mute yourselves.
Actually,
Please mute. I want to see the chat too. Okay, can I see chat? I want to be able to see the chat.
hide the video panel or
Which one is the video panel? But how would they see me?
they can still see you.
Okay, they can still see me. Okay, okay, for now. Oh, okay, I don't need this. I think I need a video channel. Pardon, let's. Please, as you come into the line, please say good morning to everybody. Type good morning on your screen.
Hello, good morning from here.
Yes, please type good morning on your screen. You are welcome. Type it on your screen. You will see chat. Yeah, okay.
Good morning. Good morning from here.
Okay. So make this one like the long one it is. Okay. Okay, they can still see me? Okay. Hello, good morning, everybody.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Sorry that we started a little bit late. Being the first day, we would accommodate being late because every single moment we spend, we are reducing from the amount of time we will have together. So as a result of that, we would like everyone to be here on time because I am transmitting to you from 8 hours away. And 8 hours away means this is midnight. And because it is midnight in my place and it's morning in your place, you have started a new day. And because of that, it's much more easier for you guys to get started than myself. But being the very first day, it's a good thing to see ourselves. And I am very, very happy and extremely joyous to see every one of us. Now, before we continue, some housekeeping duties.
Pastor. Pastor.
Yeah, that one that I show is not pastor.
This one is pastor.
Is the pastor?
Okay, please, can you mute yourselves, please? We want to make sure that everybody else can hear. Please mute yourselves. Thank you. I want to welcome everyone to Startup Generation Summer 2020 cohort. And what I mean by 2020 cohort means, like I said in the message I sent to everybody, I said it's going to be our time to storm and form and mix and mingle and unlearn and learn from one another. That makes you a cohort, which means unconsciously from this moment on, we have become a family. So I want to welcome you to this family of startup generation for summer 2020. In my place, it is summer. But for you guys, you call it rain. I remembered when I was in the university, this used to be called rain semester. So if you don't read your book, then they will say Ojo ti pa ẹ́ o, Ojo, which means you are in rain semester, the rain will beat you very well. But for me here now, it's not called rain, it's called summer. So you are welcome. Now, the time duration for this program is going to be 6 months, and it will hold every fortnight Saturday in the morning from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. I know you are wondering today, why did it start at 10? It was because I had some consideration with regards to your data, which we will all talk about. Please, can you mute yourselves? Please mute, please mute.
The admin can mute everyone. Let Bolu mute people.
Bolu, please, can you mute? Come and mute people. Please, I need everybody to mute.
A quick second. All right, everyone's muted now.
Thank you very much. Like I was saying, the class is 9 a.m. to 12 noon. But because of the consideration for your data today being the first day, we decided to be 10. And we will talk about this data issue before the class starts today. Now, if any holiday will come up, because I know in Nigeria, there is holidays for certain days of the year. In Canada too, we have holidays. So if there is going to be holiday and the class will not hold, please class, you will be informed ahead of time. So which means things will not just happen haphazard. I will send a message, or maybe from the class, I'll be able to say next class, it will not hold because there will be holidays. So which gives everybody room to know exactly what will be happening. Now, there will be 2 15-minute breaks, which means during the time I announce that it is break time, we will have a monitor in the class that will actually be telling us when it's going to be break time. We'll choose a monitor today, class monitor. So that class monitor would keep abreast of our time so that the instructor and the students will not talk over time. So that when it is time for break, the instructor will send on the chat will say, it is so time is break time. So which means break time, everybody can leave and go and grab something to eat. You want to go to the washroom and things like that. So in the course of the 3 hours, there'll be 2 15-minute breaks. There will be break room sessions. Break room sessions will be 15 minutes long. It depends on how many things we want to talk about as a group. And the reason for the break room sessions will be, there will be smaller groups. Each one of us will be divided into smaller groups when it's time to discuss about anything at all. And in that 15 minutes break room, if you find yourself in any group, whatever questions were given, you will go and discuss it in that break room. And you will come up with answers. You will discuss amongst yourselves. One of the things we want to use to achieve is synergy. We want to achieve a form of synergy amongst one another. And by the time we finish that, then we would come back again into the big discussion room, which is this room, and then we would discuss the feedback for another 15 minutes, and then we continue. Now, suggestions for cumulative Zoom. to reduce your data charges. Brother Samuel, please, I need you to unmute yourself at this point and talk to everyone about what they can do to reduce their data charges.
Hold on. Let me do it. Let me do it.
Brother
Okay,
Sam, you can speak now.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Samuel Adeyanju. So I'm just going to suggest, I see that some people are already like 3 in a group, which we think would make the amount of data you're going to be using smaller than meeting in person. So I know there's COVID-19 outside. I don't know if it's going to be possible for people to still like gather together. But if you have like friends or family, like in groups of 5 or more people in the same house, so each person will not have to use their individual data to join. I was told some people are in Ibadan or in Abuja, I guess probably buying a Wi-Fi platform. I know in Ibadan there used to be Smile, and others could help you to have better connectivity, and you can also share the cost of the Wi-Fi instead of using your phone data to join. So those are some of the advice we're recommending. I can see the person with Pastor Femi, they are 3 there, so each person would have to use their individual data to log in, and the living world people. So that's the suggestion if it works for the people. Yeah.
Pastor Femi, please, I need you to unmute yourself and give a few suggestions of how to reduce data charges. Pastor Femi, please unmute yourself.
I have to manually unmute him. Hold on. Hold on. I have to unmute him because.
Yeah, Pastor Femi. Yeah.
I don't think he's connected to audio because he's.
Oh, okay. Okay, can you scroll down and let's see. Pastor Femi.
He's not connected to audio.
Okay, go up, I think.
So he can't hear us right now, I don't think.
Pastor Femi, are you there, please?
He's not here. He's not here. He's not connected to audio.
Pastor Femi, are you there? Okay, maybe if you say on mute or yeah.
No, I don't think that's the solution.
Hello, Pastor Femi, are you there, please?
Yes, I'm here. Okay, you need to
okay,
unmute.
Okay. Hold on. Let me.
We can't hear you.
Wait. Where is he speaking out of?
Please, where are you speaking from? Are you Pastor Femi Ige on this line? Because we don't know where your voice is coming from.
Put it in chat which username you're using.
Please, can you tell us your chat name? Type in your chat name. Did you unmute everybody? Please unmute for a second.
Oh, counselor, okay.
Oh, okay.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Okay, we can hear you. Okay, so you are counselor. Okay.
Oh, that's right. So this is Pastor Femi from Ibadan.
Okay.
So I think we can start now. The easiest way to reduce the data is to start on time and end the meeting on time. So I think 1 hour, 1.5 hours to 2 hours is not bad. So about 3 hours upward, I don't want us to lose the people. All right. So that people in Nigeria here will not be complaining as regards the data. Yeah. So the timing, very, very important. This is 10:25 now in Nigeria, AM. So I think we should have gotten to the order of our meeting right now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, Pastor Steve, please unmute yourself and say something about reducing data charges. That's Living Word.
Good morning, everyone, once again. Can you hear me, please?
Yep, we can
Yes,
hear you.
we can hear you now. We can't hear you anymore.
I think. Mute me. Let the host unmute me, please.
All right, you're unmuted.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
What we are now, one of our brother made this suggestion earlier. And then I think this is what we have already done. And if you look at me now, I think we have like 6 on us here right now.
Yeah.
So we'd already done that one. So instead of getting data at various maybe phones or whatever, so it just come together. And I can see Pastor Femi, I think he has done that too. So I believe that will be able to help us to reduce the usage of the data. So that's it.
Okay.
Because I don't think there's any other shortcut or whatever we can do for that. But if anybody has any other suggestion, fine. But with this, for what we are doing right now, I think this we help us to reduce the cost of the data. Because we have like can you see now? So Mr. Dachi, I'm not seeing. So we have like maybe 45 of us here now, right?
I can see from here. I can see everybody behind you.
So that is it. So
Good morning. Yeah. I guess by the time it's time to go into break room, everybody will be to his own self because the break room is going to happen such that it would separate everybody into a particular break room. So at that point in time, even though you are 6 in where you are sitting, your break room will be different from the person that is sitting beside you. So that is one thing that I want us to pay attention to when it's time for break rooms. Wherever you find yourself, you will go and discuss with that room. Even though you are sitting with your people, you may end up not being with your people in the same break room. So I need us to have that at the back of our minds when it is time for a break room.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let me continue. All sessions will be recorded. All of these sessions is being recorded, and PowerPoint presentations or homework will be sent to everybody's email on Monday after the class. Now we have in this class on Saturday now. On Monday, by nightfall here in Canada, I will be sending everybody the presentation that we had that Saturday and any homework that people will need to go and do. Please make your email available. You're wondering why I'm saying make your email available, because on some of the forms that was sent to us, we did not receive email addresses. So if I need everybody to go and look at their forms again, if you did not send an email address with it, please send an email address, because that will be the first means for you to be able to receive the PowerPoint presentation for the previous week. I can't send the PowerPoint through WhatsApp. I will have to send it through your email. The next announcement is there will be guest speakers, and that one will be announced. If we're going to have a guest speaker in another maybe 2 weeks' time, I will let you know ahead of time. Right from that time, that class, I will tell you, okay, in 2 weeks' time, so date, we will have a guest speaker that will come and speak to us. And some of these guest speakers is either we will have them recorded already, or they'll be transmitting live. The next announcement is on other platforms. Other platforms for information and communication will be up soon. We look forward that we will be on Facebook soon. And other platforms that will be used will come up soon, so that at least if it is going to be Zoom you would like to use to enter in, or maybe it's going to be Facebook or another means of coming in, that one would come up very soon. And when it's the week that it will come up, I'll let you guys know ahead of time. And my last thing here is expect to work hard. Expect to work hard, expect to experience rigor and fun at the same time. That is going to be the promise I will make to you at this point. Because we as the startup generation, we have a mandate of helping everyone to go and become who God wants them to be. And what that means is that there is going to be hard work involved. There will be a lot of fun involved, and there will be a lot of rigor that will be involved. So once again, I want to say welcome to everybody. Thank you for coming. I have only 11 participants right now as we speak, and I think we're supposed to have 18, if I am right. Which means I want to believe that the 11 participants that I'm looking at is covering everybody that should be in this program. Everybody. Which means when it's time for everybody to start introducing themselves one by one, then I'll be able to actually have a head count of how many of us are here today. So once again, from Startup Generation, I want to say thank you, everybody, for coming. There will be a point at which, as you introduce yourselves, we will know a little bit about you. Thank you. Next. Now, at this point, I would like to introduce myself to you. I think you can see my picture on the screen. My name is Iwalola Badewa. Currently, I am the SQF Practitioner Quality Assurance Manager of Hewer Foods in Langley, BC. I live in British Columbia, Canada. Hewer Foods is a candy company. We repack candy. And that is my latest job right now. To the glory of God, I've worked in several companies that make food in Canada. And I have worked with Coke, to the glory of God. I have seen Fruitopia. I know that you guys would have seen Fruitopia. I worked when Fruitopia was launched initially in Toronto, and I've worked with several other companies. Right now, I am completing my MBA studies at BD School of Business in Simon Fraser University in British Columbia here. My educational pursuit started at Obafemi Awolowo University, and I started off with microbiology, and that was in the late 80s. Then coming into Toronto, Canada, I went on to do biotechnologist program. It is a fast-track postgraduate diploma, and is usually referred to as industrial microbiology. And then from then onward, I went on to work as a microbiologist in several companies. Campbell's Soup was one of them. And in coming to British Columbia, this province where I live right now, I went on to do another fast track 2 years in food technology and operations management at the BCIT, which is British Columbia Institute of Technology. It is likely to be the oldest institute of technology in Canada. We pride ourselves as BCIT, one of the big giants that prepare people to go and be disruptive in the world. My work portfolio experience includes HACCP. With time, in one of our modules, we're going to discuss what HACCP means. And in HACCP, part of what you do is either you work with a HACCP plan, you work with prerequisite programs, auditing, and doing recall. Recall means something is wrong with your food. Please, food, go back to the company where you were made. I know the recalls you guys might be used to is the recall of cars, where the manufacturer says something is wrong with the car, please bring back the car. But food, I'm not very sure that Nigeria, that is in operation yet, where people will return back your food because you call it back because of a problem. For me, that is part of my work. You recall back food when it is bad. The other part of my work is being an implementer and an enforcer of food safety and quality management systems under GFSI standard. I don't know how familiar we are with GFSI standards, but the two that I work with concurrently in a while is SQF, which is called Safe Quality Foods, and the other one is BRC, which is the British Cotina. Outside work, I am married, to the glory of God. I am married with 3 children. I enjoy ministry. To the glory of God, I'm a worship leader, and I am an evangelist in the Anglican Church of the Trinity in British Columbia. That is called ACT BC. That's what we call ourselves, ACT BC. I'm a food experimenter. I experiment with food a lot because that's what I grew up with. And I have my community involvement. Every year, I work as Alaga Iduro or Alaga Ijoko for traditional weddings. And to the glory of God, I've seen under this involvement, Nigerians getting married to Indians, Nigerians getting married to Cameroonians, Nigerians getting married to native Canadians, Nigerians getting married to Jewish Canadian Caucasian. So somewhere along the line, I'll bring up pictures for the class to be able to see. So that is my traditional involvement as a Canadian, disrupting that place of being an Alaga, teaching my culture. And so an event planner, I do decoration as well and plan events. And then I'm a Yoruba class facilitator. For almost 10 years, I've been teaching Yoruba class to little kids here. So that is about myself. So it is gonna be your turn. Everybody, you are going to say a few things to us about yourself. Now, Startup Generation Summer 2020 cohort, each one of us, we are going to take the stage now and introduce ourselves. We would like to know you, each one of us, your name. We want to know your name. We would like to know your educational journey. What does it look like? Your work experience. What does your family life look like? Other things about you that we don't know, which is like your hobbies, your interests, your community involvement, and what do you intend to get out of this program? So we will start here with Mr. Babalola Idowu. Please unmute yourself and Take it away.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, sorry I joined late. I did not see the link until one of us sent it to me. So I'm sorry for joining late.
Okay.
My name is Babalola Oluwaseun Idowu. I currently stay in Ibadan. Yeah, I went to Osun State Polytechnic, Ire, to study food science and technology, and later proceeded to University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, through direct entry to study agricultural extension and rural development. Yeah, now presently, first after my university experience, after coming back from service, I work with a farm as a farm supervisor. They deal with poultry stuff and the like. I work with them. It was a short brief for about 1 year. Later, I work with an NGO in Ibadan, Justice Development and Peace Commission, Ibadan, as a program officer. We have an aspect in that NGO that has to do with agriculture. So we work directly with rural farmers in Oyo, Osun State. We have about 1,000 farmers that we were working with that time. So I left the place in 2018, and presently now, I'm on my own. I'm into building, construction, farming, and the likes. So about my family life, I'm married with 3 children, 2 girls and 1 boy. We are all stay in Ibadan. My hobbies, I like traveling, talking, and I'm also involved in community involvement also. Like you already said, I'm also involved in Community Development Association, where I have my house. So, but what do I intend to get out of this program? Because I joined late, so we have to wait a little while for others to talk so that I will come up with an idea of what I intend to get out of this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Babalola. For every one of us, I just want us to take just 2 minutes each. Now, this introduction that I am asking everybody to do, I need you to write this thing down. I will send it in the PowerPoint that will be sent on Monday. I would expect every one of us to type out these things. Today, I just need everybody to go very briefly, 2 minutes each, just 2 minutes, each person, just 2 minutes. Then I would actually request that everybody would type out these things that are put on the board, and then you will send it in. We will have it pasted somewhere so that you will know each other. So, Counselor, you are next. All the people that are with you, please, 2 minutes, briefly. 2 minutes. I want everybody to just speak 2 minutes, briefly. Counselor, you are next. Everybody that is with you.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody.
We can't hear you properly, please. Please move closer to your computer. Please move closer. Or phone. Please move closer.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, now, yes. Please, you can start again. You can start.
Can you hear me now, everybody?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello,
Please go
can you
ahead.
hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you, please.
Okay, good morning, everybody.
Yeah, please, your 2 minutes is running,
okay,
please.
Okay, I'm Pastor Femi Ige from Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. So I graduated from Polytechnic of Ibadan. I studied banking and finance. I'm a pastor. I ministry for a very long time, so my experience is all about ministry, pastoring, also a businessman. Yes, I do business. I'm a family man. I'm married and with 3 kids. Other things about me, my hobby. I love to cook. I love to be in the kitchen. I also love to that, and also I love to impact lives. I love to talk. I love to talk. Okay, so community involvement, yes. So I impact lives by feeding people in my own little way, and also to encourage people. Okay, so what I intend to this program, yes, to learn. There is no end in learning, so I want to learn. So as we go on, I believe we have a lot to learn, and I want to advise every one of us that we are starting together now to stay to the end. Don't let us be discouraged about our data. Let us concentrate on the gains and not on the data. All right? The Lord will help us all.
Thank you.
That's all for now.
Thank you. Please, next person in your end. Next person. Let's make it very snappy now. We need to be able to enter into our real lecture latest by 3 o'clock. Next person that is with you.
All right, good morning, everyone. I am Oluwa. Are you with me?
Yes, please get closer to the mic. Please get closer to the mic.
I am Oluwa. All right.
You need to get closer so that
people
can hear your voice.
I am Oluwaseyi Olaole.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Good morning. We can hear you. Please go ahead. You have just 2 minutes.
I currently live in Ibadan. And then concerning my and then my work experience has been being a scriptwriter and then being a digital creator, then teaching communication and language arts skills. And then concerning my family life, I'm a single person. I'm single. And then other things about me is I love to write and at the same time to speak. And then what I intend to get out from this program is ideas that we productive and that will help me in this line that we are working on.
Okay.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Olawale Olani. I attend Federal Polytechnic. I study civil engineering. I work with Ministry of Works in Ado-Ekiti. Family life, I'm single. Other service. I like singing, research, and so what I intended to gain, to learn more and to have more ideas. Thank you.
Thank you. Next person is everybody with Councillor Abdefini speaking. Councillor, how many Who do you have?
Other than online. Other than online. Other than online.
Okay. Living Word, please, can you unmute yourself? Please start with you.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Please, let's make it snappy.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we have only 10 more minutes for everybody. Let's be snappy.
Okay. My name is Steve Obashoro. And I reside in Abuja. My educational background, I studied that's Ladoke, University of Technology.
Please get closer to your mic. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. My name is Steve Obashoro. I reside in Abuja. I graduated from the Ladoke Akintola University of Technology. Presently, by His grace, I'm a servant of God and a prophet by privilege. And then I have family. I am married with kids. And again, the purpose is to learn. The purpose is to learn and then to share my experience in this line also. Because number one, I have some little experience when you talk of agriculture, maybe agronomy, and then animal science, animal production. So I have just little so that I'll be able to share, and also I'll be able to learn more. That is the purpose. And more also, I'm also a building contractor. I build. So with this, I believe with my experience, I should be able to, put in one or two things so that that will benefit everyone. So thank you very much, and God bless you.
Next person that is with you, everybody that is with you, let them start speaking one by one. Yeah, next person, please. 2 minutes.
Good morning, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Go ahead. We can see you too.
Chidi Emmanuel. Chidi Emmanuel, I studied public administration at Anambra State University of Technology. After that, I'm a professional dispatcher and load controller of Boeing 727, which took me to work with Okada Airlines. I grew up as a system manager there till the Okada went bankrupt, whatever, it was out of existence. I later had a time overseas. I spent about 7 years in Turkey, where I taught English and did business. Came back since 2007. I've been into business and distribution of beverages. I enjoy playing table tennis and writing. Presently, I'm working on a book out of my experience on my journey to Europe, titled Africa's Journey to Europe, Prospects and Consequences. It's a work in progress. That's me. Thank you.
Thank you. Next person, please. Please, next person.
Good morning. Good morning.
We can hear you. Good morning.
My name is Clement Bunti. I think you hear me.
We can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
My name is Clement Bunti. I have my ONG since 1988. I work with the Julius Berger. I'm a land survey. I read land survey. in Polytechnic. My name, I work in Julius Berger, Nigeria PSC, since 1992 to 2010. That is my experience. Later on, I changed to agricultural line. I think you heard me. Okay, later on, I changed to agriculture. That is what I'm done till this date. I have my children, I have my wife, I have 5 children. I'm from Ondo State, Okakoko, in Ondo State. Thank you.
Thank you. Please, next person, please. Let's raise along so that 3 o'clock we'll be able to start working.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, ma'am. My name is Bose Adeyemi. I'm from Kogi State. I've married. I have 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls. I'm a caterer. I'm doing caterer work, and I'm still doing poultry also. Thank you, ma'am.
Next person, please.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Ifoma Anunobi. I reside in Abuja here. I went Federal Polytechnic. I went to Federal Polytechnic, Oko. I have my OND in 2009. Concerning my family, I am married with 2 kids, a boy and a girl. Right now, I'm a businesswoman. I deal on foodstuffs. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. When we are finished with everybody that is with Living Word, we will stop the introduction for now to continue it later. So everybody with Living Word, have you introduced yourselves?
Yes, we are done. Yeah.
We are done. Okay. Thank you very much. So we would put a pause on the introduction for now. Those that have not done, we will move it to the next session. So let us run ahead now because it's about 3 o'clock. And since we are just doing 2 hours today, let's go to the next slide and let's begin to talk, and then we can go for break. Because according to regulation, you must have a break. I can't sit you on your butts for that long. It's not healthy. Let's go to the next slide. Okay. In this next slide, I want us to actually watch a video for just a few minutes because that's part of what is going to form our discussion for the next couple of minutes. So I will bring in the video and then enjoy it while we watch it for just a few minutes because it's going to form one of the bases, the real background of where we're going.
So you know,
Please be patient. It's trying to load. Sorry, everybody, we're trying for the video to actually load. Okay, while we are waiting for the video to load, let's talk a little bit. When the video comes up, then we would enter into the video. And then you will understand why I decided to use that video clip. Now, the vision. Several years ago, I grew up in Nigeria. And I continued with microbiology after I finished my my initial microbiology in Ife. In coming to Canada, I went from micro into food processing. And all along, I found out that I carry this sharp pain for young people unable to define who they are and why they are here. Because I equally went through that pain through myself because of how our culture, our education, and so many things have been set up that does not give people room to be able to define who they are and why they are here. Enveloped in this particular pain was a little or no representation of our national foods in the world platform. I saw that firsthand when I moved into Toronto. There are several nations of the world that have been able to bring their food to the platform that people buy it in the grocery store. But unfortunately, Nigerian food was not one of them, except what we find out served in different restaurants. I saw Nigerian restaurants set up little bits everywhere in Toronto, and people will go there and buy food. But to see it in a grocery store, no, you will not find it. So it became one of my inner drives to see African food and business married, because I found out that in Nigeria, when I was growing up, our food is separate, business is separate. Nigerian food going on a conveyor belt was not a norm when I was growing up. We weren't seeing mass-produced Nigerian food. Most mass-produced food that we saw on the platform in Nigeria when I was growing up came either from Europe or from India or from America. Canned food, packaged food. Not too much Nigerian food was in business. I think the few that was really in business at the time, those that are older will testify to what I'm saying. FSN or King Biscuits, and just a few of them, maybe Cadbury. Cadbury was using Nigerian chocolate, but the chocolate that was manufactured, the brain behind it was Europe, not Nigeria. And it became one of my inner drives that I want to see African indigenous raw material food being presented, married into business. Because most of our food ends up being just, it comes from the farm, and that is the way it is. It goes to the market like that to be sold, not being transformed from the raw material to finished goods. There wasn't so many of that. So I wanted to see African food married with business, both on African soil and all over the world, so that if you get to any supermarket, anywhere in the world, you will see Nigerian food on the platform. That's one of the inner drives that I have, and become disruptive for youths. My desire is to see young people particularly explore and fulfill their potentials in the giftings God has endowed them with. But one of the other things that I seem to have as a vision that really is deep down on the inside of me is paying attention to Mother Earth, which is the community and the environment. All of you in Nigeria and all over the world, even where I am now, we can testify to the fact that the environment is roaring against us because of thousands of years of abuse. We have not paid a full attention to it. Yes, we know that God in his word said to us, go and multiply, go and be fruitful, go and explore, go and subdue, go and replenish, go and have dominion. Yes, but we have explored the earth to a point where now the earth cannot bear it anymore. So it is throwing back at us some of the things we have done in the past. So any one of us that wants to deal with the Mother Earth, which means whatever vision you may have, you will have to deal with the Mother Earth, which is your environment. Either you're going to pull your raw materials from it, you're going to make your finished goods, you're going to dump your waste. All of these things, we need to pay close attention to it. So that is the vision that has given birth to startup generation as it is today. Unfortunately, that video, when it is ready, we would have it played. But right now, I'm not very sure what's going on with that video, but somewhere along the line, we would have it. Okay, I think the video wants to come up now. That's it. Sorry about that. I wanted us to just see a few minutes of this video clip. I'm not sure if we've seen it, but it will be very, very helpful for us to have a little bit of this clip, and it will help a few of our discussions down the road. Okay. Do you need this plugin? Okay, if it's not, let's proceed.
I can do it.
Yeah, but their time is crazy. It's going to be 4 o'clock soon. Thank you for being patient. We're trying to see if we can make the video work for a minute or two. Ah, 3 people waiting on.
What's the name of the video?
Why did they get out? Okay. If it's not coming up, let's get it. Huh?
This one, right?
Where the pop-off is being fried. Yeah, I think that should be it. Yeah.
The last few months have helped it.
Hold on. I can figure it out.
Yeah, but let's keep talking. When you are ready,
Right,
then okay. Okay. Sorry for the disruption. When the video is ready, I don't know. I had played it in the afternoon and it worked, but I don't know why it's actually coming up with this. So let's continue with the screen that we have. I don't want it to waste time. I have less than 1 hour left. Please let it if it can't come up today, it will come up the next time. Yeah, okay. Okay. Share the screen. Okay. Okay, sorry for the disruption. While we wait for the video, let's keep talking. When the video is ready, then we would put it in. But now let's keep talking. Now, some of the objectives for this particular program, you can see the Sustainable Development Goal, which is called SDG. Anybody that is familiar with World Organization would understand what I have put up. The objectives for this particular program is drawn from these 17 things that the World Organization has put out for every nation. I don't know how much Nigeria has been able to present this to a citizen, but every citizen in the world is supposed to be knowledgeable about this, bless you, about these 17 goals. The 17 goals is supposed to run from 2000 to 2035. And some of this is poverty issues. Poverty is a big issue all over the world. And the World Organization wants a situation where the gap is being closed. The second is zero hunger. I will have this sent to us. So from this, I want you to begin to see where you fit in either of these 17 goals. Now, we carved out some of these goals for ourselves in this program. And the first thing will be, we want you to be able to discover yourself and how it applies to every endeavor of life. The second one is, we want you to build personal leadership, management, and ethics that will help you go into your future. If there is any big problem that the world needs to address now, is the issue of personal leadership, personal management, and personal ethics. Most of the government that is run around the world now, we've lost what is leadership, ethics, and management. So as a result, people go into public service, public serving people without any sense of what leadership is. Ethics is being thrown into the forest. So we need us to rediscover that and build it into our lives and the business that we'll go into. The next one will be, we want you to be able to embrace human design and creativity. Startup principles for a successful business takeoff and sustenance. A lot of times, as human beings, particularly those who have gone into business in the past, we had this knowledge of coming up with a business plan inside a bedroom that at the end of the day turns out products or services that are not meeting the need of the human beings they want to present it to. In this program, we want us to learn how to go about human design and creativity when it comes to you having a business, learning startup principles. We also want you to be able to develop and fulfill an entrepreneurship and social responsibility spirit. Oftentimes, for so long, it has been one-man show entrepreneurship. One-man show, I start my business, I run with it, I make my money. It doesn't matter what happens to the next person. It doesn't matter what happens to this community that I am in. But we want a social consciousness to enter into entrepreneurship, where you care about the environment you are working with, the community that is working with you. You are responsible for them and you are responsible to them. These are some of the things we want to achieve in this program. And last but not the least for now is becoming disruptive. If you will move forward in this generation, you have to become disruptive, which means you will need to be able to do deep critical thinking and birth a new way of doing things, becoming innovative, and then embrace change. I think one of the latest change now that we have had, if we have never experienced any change in our lives now, is COVID-19. And I think COVID-19 is giving birth to a change for every one of us in the way we have never seen the world change before. All of a sudden, the whole world got locked down. And from this lockdown now, all of us are now learning how to adapt. We are not just only going to adapt change, we are going to learn how to embrace change and use that change to ride into wherever you believe God wants you to be. So that will be talking about the objective for this time. We will limit it to that, and some other time we will bring this thing up. So right now, we would like everybody to go for a break. And the break will be for 10 minutes. So I think in Canadian time right now is 3:20. No break rooms yet. Yeah, we would like everybody to go for break because I know everybody has been sitting down for the longest time. So this is 3:20 by my time, which is Nigerian time 10:20. Am I right? So please, I want us to go for 10 minutes break. Everybody, if you have to go and grab coffee, please go ahead. If you have to go and go to the washroom, please go ahead. I want all of us to go away for 10 minutes and then come back, and then we'll be able to go to the next session and then finish for today. 10 minutes break. Let's be back here at 3:30, which is 10:30. Is that 10:30 Nigerian time? Am I right? Or 11:30? That'll be 11:30 Nigerian time. Okay, so 10 minutes. Please, let's go for 10 minutes. 10 minutes, everybody, we can go. 10 minutes, we have to be back. Yeah, it's 11:21 in Nigeria right now. So please go for break and be back at 11:30. Bye. 10 minutes break. Pastor Femi, let your people go for break for 10 minutes. I can see everybody sitting down. Maybe they are not hearing me.
No, I think they hear you.
Brother Sam, please unmute yourself.
Actually, no. It's only unmute by like request. You can't force unmute somebody.
You have reached mailbox number 604.
Hello, mommy. Hello, ma. Hello, mommy Chango. Hello, mommy.
Ṣé ti ẹ ń gbọ́ mi báyìí?
Yeah, I can
Bí
hear you.
mo tó ṣe fídíò yẹn, mo ti ṣe mọ̀ pé a wò lọ́sàn-án. Antra àti Put ẹ̀yìn ni kò lọ.
So,
Oh.
can you share it?
Bolu.
I can make you
Bolu.
co-host and you can share the video.
Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ṣé lè bá wa share fídíò yẹn, mo fẹ́ kàn share ẹ̀ fún 5 minutes.
Is he allowing me to be co-host now? So if you go to the setting online, you can see where to do the setting to be co-host.
We'll just make you temporarily the host of a meeting.
Yeah, for 10 minutes. Yeah.
Okay, so first you need to send me the link to the video, but I need to log in on my computer because I logged out.
All right.
So I
Yeah,
need to go back.
tó ṣe kíní mi ò mọ̀. At least mo fẹ́ kàn wò fún 5 minutes.
Okay, so
Just
I'm going
5 minutes
to.
because ó ti waste a lot of. Kò waste time náà, no, but Okay, wọ́n fẹ́ send yín ní link yẹn báyìí.
All right, let me just direct message him a link.
Okay, wọ́n ti send yín ní link báyìí.
Bolu, you just have to wait a little bit. I'm logging in on my computer now.
Got it.
Okay. I need 5 minutes more break. I need 5 more minutes.
So can you send the link again now?
Bolu wọ́n ní kó send it again.
Again?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, wọ́n ti send it.
Okay. On which platform is it on?
Zoom.
Zoom.
I didn't see any chat here.
I send it to you privately.
Nope.
So why is it not
Oh, hold on. Are you logged in as Samuel Adeyanju or Sam A on your computer?
Adeyanju now.
Okay, that's probably why. Hold on.
Sorry, probably I should just.
Oh,
check that
sorry.
from-
Emma Binu.
There we go. That should do it. Do you
Okay.
see it?
Chatty bye. Oh, Samuel A. Me one. I think there's another Samuel. Yeah.
Do you see it?
Chatty.
I think he does.
Eba wa put it on látọ̀dọ̀ yín.
Hello, Shangomima. Hello, mommy. Are you there? Hello, mommy. Are you there? Hello?
Okay. Eba wa gbé sí.
Okay.
Ẹ jẹ́ kó bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀. We just want it to show for
A 16-minute video.
5 minutes.
Okay.
Tó bá ti di 3:30 on the dot, please start it for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Once it's 3:30 on the dot, let it start. I need everybody to have a sense of time. Okay, when it's 3:30, start. 5 minutes.
I'm just going to start to see if you can hear. So.
Give me 15 naira, poof. 15. Okay.
Okay, we can hear it. Okay, we can hear it. Let it start.
So you can hear?
We can't hear. We can see.
Mama.
Yeah.
Do you mind?
Before you leave Nigeria, you must learn how to speak broken language.
Living in Lagos, you have to have that street vibe in you. Mama, give me 15 naira, poof. 15. Okay.
Last time, Folly and I began a $100 street food challenge in Africa's most bustling city, Lagos.
Oh, look at this fish.
Nicely dressed.
It looks like it's ready to go to prom.
Now we're going from nighttime treats to daytime grub.
We have 3 major tribes here in Nigeria. The Igbo, the Yorubas, the Hausas. Everybody come into this place, Lagos.
The big melting pot of Nigeria.
Discovering the best hidden flavors in the streets and hidden alleyways.
Should I mix it a little bit?
No.
And learning more about the challenges and opportunities this city has to offer.
There's one thing they say, if you live in Lagos and you're not wise, you can't be wise in any part of the world.
Let's eat.
It is the next day. Our aim is to eat $100 worth of street food. Together, we've only eaten around $12 worth of street food. Do you know what that means? Oh yeah, I'm not giving up. That means we have to double down, triple down, and eat a lot.
Before you leave Nigeria, you'll be like this.
I'll be in this shape.
Yeah, you'll be in this shape.
Speaking of, this is our next food. Smooth transition.
This is the Obalende area, one of the best street food hotspots in Lagos. Busy streets and an abundance of schools means there's plenty of affordable options at every turn. First up, the Puff Puff.
How do I say, can I have one order of Puff Puff?
No one order. You call the amount. So it's like, Mama, give me 50 naira Puff Puff.
I feel rude because I'm not saying, could I please disturb you for a Puff Puff? That's how I would usually speak.
Okay.
I'm saying, give me a Puff Puff.
Okay.
That's not rude?
It's a street language.
It's okay?
Yes.
The Puff Puff, a well-known snack across West Africa, a sinfully addictive delicacy and a must-have for parties in Nigeria. It's basically a deep-fried donut made with baking flour, yeast, a little water, and salt.
So we got about 5 each. I think it's gonna taste like fried bread. Oh shit. Now, these are fresh. It is super hot. It's on a newspaper. Oh, non-compliance with the regulations of these provisions and the guidelines. And
Nobody reads the paper.
They don't
Just
read the
eat.
paper.
We
Just eat the food.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hot.
It's like a donut hole, but with no powdered sugar or anything sweet. Crunchy on the outside, but very dense and doughy on the inside. I like it. How do I say this? Hey, this is yummy.
The Puff Puff sweet wella.
Mama, the Puff Puff sweet wella.
Merci. You have to rate it out of 10. What will you give it?
If I'm grading it for what it is, I would give it like a 8.5, 9. Yeah, just yummy fried bread.
I like the way you call it bread.
Oh, what do you call it?
Just Puff Puff.
On the streets of Lagos, you could stumble upon some great food. But even better, the food can find its way to you. For vendors who don't own a piece of the sidewalk, this is the next best option. Stay portable, stay on the move.
What is going on here? We had so many carbs, and now this is like vegetables and meat.
Did you call it vegetables?
Wait, what is it?
And
what is it?
This white one, it's grated cassava.
This here is a delightful delicacy from the east that's spread across most of Nigeria. It's called abacha, a type of local salad.
Is this her own recipe, or is this a kind of common dish that you might find?
It might taste slightly different depending on who is doing it, but it's the same.
Everyone has their own twist.
Yes.
This is her style, starting with fresh herbs, shredded cassava, ugba, or fermented beans from an African oil bean tree, then onion, chili, and slices of white eggplant. Next, a blend of red oil, potash, crayfish, dry fish, uda, uwuru, salt, and pepper. Mix it well, and finally, top it with a roasted fish and cow skin.
I'm gonna try out just a salad at first. Oh yeah. Spicy. Is this spicy for you at all?
Normal.
Cassava. It has that nice starchy density to it. Super fresh herbs, so aromatic. I really like it.
And it's healthy.
Healthy.
Yeah.
On the side here, a thick cut of cow skin. I'm gonna try taking a bite out of
It's
this.
nice to try with your hand.
Hold on, I've got sanitizer. Cool.
Nice.
What do you like about the skin?
It tastes nice, and it's just something you put on top of your food, like meat and fish.
It's a nice squishy texture. This is quality. I think if you served this to me and I was like, oh, this is so good, where is this restaurant? And you were like, it's on some lady's head. I wouldn't believe.
Time to stop. Okay. Okay. Can you? Okay. I need me not to be able to.
Okay.
Everybody, welcome back. Everybody, welcome back.
Oh, right, we're still muted. So
I'm still muted?
they're still muted.
Okay. Okay, can you unmute everybody so that everybody can respond? Everybody, welcome back.
Yeah, welcome.
Welcome.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Before I go into what we have next, what did you see on the video?
Abacha.
We saw African food.
Okay.
African
We saw pop-off. What else did you see on that video?
The white man.
Fish and the reporter.
A white man having a good taste of the meal.
Okay. Did anybody see anything about the environment?
Yes.
Definitely.
What's happening about the environment?
It's dirty.
The environment
said it is dirty. Thank you. Somebody
No,
for
no.
saying that. What else did you see about the environment?
The environment is densely populated
Densely
with
populated. Any
trading,
other thing?
trading in different items.
And the food are not neatly done.
Now, for anybody in the crowd today that is over 40 years old, has anything changed since the past 40 years?
No.
No.
I want anybody that is over 40 in the crowd to speak. Has anything changed from where it was 40 years ago?
No, 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 absolutely not. It's
And why? And why?
It's in business as usual.
Why hasn't anything changed? Why?
The reason is that there is no development, there is no kind of in what we are doing in the country.
Now, let us, I may not go into any, what am I calling it now? I may not do any PowerPoint for the rest of today. I need us to critically look at Nigeria at that point. That was the reason why I brought up this video. Is that where we should be? If no, what is wrong with us? And what are we going to do about what we saw on that video? I need us
we
to
are not embracing. Hello, ma.
Yes.
We are not embracing change. We are not embracing change. We are not putting innovation in the way we do things. We stick to old ways of doing things. Whereas we can introduce even new innovations step by step, adding values into what we do and what we produce. Like the puff-puff, it can be better packaged and producing in better environment, in neater environment. All of the food things that we saw there has been no improvement.
Now, from that street food, have we birthed new foods? Because all those foods are old foods from close to 40 years. Was there any new food on the platform there? Any new food?
Not at all.
Why?
Not at all. Just like the first person have discussed now, there is no improvement and there is no consistency, and then there is no changes. People are not trying to scientifically come out with new ideas, and there is nobody is helping one. People have the the ability, they have the knowledge, they have the understanding, but there are no incentive for how to develop one's talent towards bringing everything into new innovation.
Now, my question will be, what are you going to do about it, you as a person? You see, we have passed the buck for more than 60 years of Nigerian life. And I think a lot of African nations have issues like this. Some have been able to change the paradigm. But you see, one of the bigger problems we have as Nigerians is, as educated as we are, we pass the buck to the next person. When we can't pass it to the next person, we pass it to the government. But today I'm passing the buck to you, sitting down and watching that video. What are you going to do about it? Because this is a serious problem. As we go through this training, the reason why I brought this is because if I was saying it to you as talking, you will not pick it up. But looking at it visually now, you can see how real it is. The question will be, as you go through this training, what are you going to do about what you saw? What am I going to do about what I saw? We don't need to watch the whole video. But just that 5 minutes is enough to actually steer something in your mind. Educated, I have been to school. I have got a degree. People like Awolowo, people like Zik that brought the change where it is now. Somebody brokered the change to this point. Those people were not 30 years old when they brokered change for Nigeria. They were less than 30 years old. When Gowon ruled Nigeria, when Zik was in government, when Awolowo was in government, when all those big guns that we hear their name that are passed on now, when government, none of them were 30 years old yet. So what is wrong with us? What is wrong with us? I'm bringing you the voice of millions of Nigerians that are outside today. I stand as a representative of millions of Nigerians that are outside, that want to come back home and stay in their nation. But look at what that environment looks like. In maybe the next class, I'm going to play for you one video from food manufacturing here. And then I want you to see the big difference there is. I'm not asking us to become Oyibo. No, I'm not asking that. We will always have street food. When I was growing up, I enjoyed eating akara. I have not gotten that here. I enjoyed eating pekere. I enjoyed risky burger, which I have not found here. But you see, we cannot consistently be in the same spot for 50 years and over and expecting a new result. It's not going to happen. And we cannot keep passing the buck and think somebody else will pick it up. Every one of us, we are responsible for wherever Nigeria is today. We are all responsible. There is no exemption to the rule. And that is why we are going to start this course with personal leadership. That is one thing we have lost from those old people. They had a sense of personal leadership in their time, and that's why they brokered Nigeria to the point where we are now. The crude Nigeria before independence. They brought it to where we are now. And since those people left the stage, have we been any better? Which means we need to go back to the old principles. Please, can we mute? We need to go back to the old principles these people had. There was a picture of Awolowo that I saw so many years ago of that man sitting down in his library and studying. And from there, he was able to broker what we had in the first and second Republic of Nigeria. People like Zik, how they came about policies. people like Ahmadu Bello bringing up policies. All of these things they did in their time. And that policy was to move us from crude pre-independent Nigeria to where they felt, okay, these people can carry on as they grow more. But you see, the more we grew, the more we did not pay attention. Now, you can look at Lagos there. Lagos is at an explosion. We are told Lagos is more than 22 million people. Why is everybody in Lagos? Should it be like that? It's a question I want us to think about as we go through this training. Should everybody be congregated in that small space? And why are they? Because there are no opportunities in the smaller towns. There are no opportunities in our villages. So everybody goes to that single place where they can get something to do. But you that is on this program, we want to become the disruptors that will provide opportunity for people to begin to move out of Lagos. Everybody sitting in Lagos will not make Nigeria grow. Everybody sitting in Abuja will not make Nigeria grow. And everybody sitting down in either Onitsha, Aba, or Ibadan will not make Nigeria grow. We need to start setting up new cities. New cities. In this century, Nigeria needs to be able to set up at least 50 new cities. And you that is listening to me today can become a channel of growing a city. A city is a population of people that not only provide jobs to people, but provide social amenities. A recreation center, a swimming pool, a place where people can socialize, a park, amusement parks, health care, all these little things that are available, that have been made available by development. When we can have those things conglomerated in a small space, that is what is called a city. A city is not recognized by land mass. It is what is going on in that place that makes it be called a city. If I should define it to you in world terms, a city is a place that can provide employment for people, where people can live comfortably, health care is available, other social amenities is available, and people are able to explore and develop an enabling environment. So that is one of the major reasons for this gathering. If there is any takeout we are going to have, it's this, saying we want to change the landscape. That is what it means to be a disruptor. We're going to be a disruptor by changing the landscape. The landscape must not continue like this. It is very, very dangerous. As we begin to round up for today, I want to start the talk on personal leadership. So I will share my screen. Okay. Can everybody see my screen? How do I know if they saw my screen?
I'm pretty sure.
You can see my screen? Okay. Where is the communication? So that everybody can tell me that they can see my screen. Okay, everyone.
All right.
Okay.
So type in chat if you can see the.
Please type in the chat if you can see my screen. Please type if you can see my screen.
All right. Everyone can see your screen now.
Okay, so if Brother Sam can see, maybe everybody can see it.
All right.
Okay.
So continue on.
Okay. Now, in talking about personal leadership, there are 5 questions we need to deal with. Everybody that came into this world, the people you saw on the streets in that video, everybody is trying to deal with these 5 questions of life. And the first question everybody is trying to answer is, who are you? There is an old saying in the Greek and in Chinese, and that translates to mean know thyself. From Socrates to Plato to Aristotle to the big philosophers to the monk to the layman on the street, every day of our lives, this is one of the questions we will all have to deal with. It is either you are trying to ask yourself that question or the situation of life is trying to ask you that question. And the question is, who are you? Which is the question of your identity. As a matter of fact, you cannot go far in life if you can't answer that question. Who are you? For most of us, because we carry the Bible, it might be of relevance for us to go and study the life of Moses. One of the first Bible schools in the world, which has become a university now, which is Harvard University, started out as Harvard Bible School. And what they did in that Bible school was look at specific people in scripture and use them to coin out what was necessary for people to know. And that was the issue of personal leadership. Personal leadership has to deal with you knowing yourself. So as you listen, as we deliberate in this class, there is a need for each and every one of us to deal with this question. Who are you? Inability to answer this question is one of the reasons why a lot of us are doing the things we are doing. As a matter of fact, most people in the world have become the photocopy of the next person. I'll give you a very good example. The moment one person begins to do pop-off on the street, I need you to watch it very closely. Within 12 months, you will find out that another 12 people start doing pop-off on that road. And you wonder, why is everybody else doing pop-off? Even those that like it or don't like it, they will start doing the pop-off. When you sample the remaining 11, why are you doing pop-off? You will hear, Shebi, that person is doing it. If it make money for him, I think I can make money too. But did you search deep inside yourself, and that is something congruent with your person? Going to fry pop-off, is that your person? Or you are trying to mimic the next person because that person is making money from it? So you can see that a lot of times, most people go into things because they see the next person going into it, not because it has anything to do with their gift. It is not wrong to learn from others, but you need to be able to know yourself to the point that you can say, this is who I am. And until you can do that, you will keep running after the shadows of other people. You keep trying to measure up to that next person. And the result is a lack of satisfaction from within yourself. And that is why, I don't know in some other parts of the world, but this part of the world where I live, suicide among young people is very high. And one of the reasons is because when they feel that they cannot define who they are and why they are in this world, a lot of them think it is not worth living. The second on that W list is, where do I come from? Can you identify your source? Yes, you are born by a mom and you are born by a dad, which is very, very good to know. But your source, do you understand your source? I did science. And in science, a lot of things have been postulated, including evolutionary theory. Evolutionary theory, to a very large extent, was started by a monk, Gregor and Darwin. These are the people that did works on genetics. And from genetics, they came to the evolutionary trend. And right from the unicellular plant or animal all the way to the primates and the warm-blooded, the mammal, and then human beings, we are put at the crest of everything. So we are told, okay, we came from the closest family member, which is the chimpanzee, the baboon, and all the rest of it. But is that your source? Do you know where you come from? This is a question you need to address. The third one is, what do I have? Potentials. What potentials do I have? What gift do I have? What gift do I have that will take me to the top? We will stop there for today. I will cut off the screen and then we can say one or two things as we round up the class for today. Thank you, Pastor Femi. I saw yes, we can. That yes, we can is very, very big. I think Obama used that for his election. If anybody followed Obama's election, then yes, we can. Yes, we can means we can do something. We can change our world. We can make it better. We can live it better than the way we saw it. So this will be my charge as we end today's class. I would like to unmute so that within the next 3 minutes, I would like people to ask 1 or 2 questions. Just a second. Okay. I have unmuted everybody. Please, if you have a question, please, I would like you to put up your hand. There is a place that gives room for you to put up your hand on your screen if you have any questions. Okay. Mr. Techno, come on, please. Your question.
Yeah. A contribution.
Please come close to your screen. We can't hear you. Come close.
It's a contribution. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
I know where you are talking from, please.
Are you hearing me now?
Yeah, please mention your name and speak.
Contribution. I just want to tell you that I was raised as a scientist.
Please, your name, sir. Your name.
Oshumbure Taiwo is my name.
Okay, sir, you can speak.
Yeah, I was raised up as a chemist, but I veered into agriculture for several years. Nigerians, one of the problems I realize that Nigeria has is there is a major support for large scale farmers. For example, if you want to do rice, you want to cultivate rice for over 1,000 hectares. You will have government support, but there's a big gap between government and MSME, the medium and small scale people. So if you now have like one plot, you have like 3 plots, you will struggle to get the land, struggle to cultivate your land. I've done planting of these major crops, maize, cassava, over 5 acres sometimes. But you see, when you get to the market dictates your price for you, and sometimes you run at losses. I've done that several times. I've also veered into fish farming. But with all these efforts, the problem is that you are on your own. Basically, you are always on your own, getting source for all of these things. So it's not, and when you look at other, it's not as if we are not adding values to. For example, there are times I raise fishes because I have a fish farm. When you harvest, you sell fresh. You retain some of the fishes, and then you add value. You bring them home. You now package them. You sell them dried. Hello, ma.
Okay,
hello,
sorry.
everyone.
Yeah, there was so much background noise that we couldn't hear you, so we tried to control it from here so that we can hear you and nobody's filtering into you.
So I have friends that we package because I used to raise catfish. Some have even gotten to the level of sending it abroad. But you know all the regulations in even packaging and then exporting. But what I'm saying is that it's not as if Nigerians are not trying. There are some of us who are actually making efforts, but you are cash strapped. You have market forces against you. There are times that I've raised fishes that when you get to the market, it is these fishmongers that will tell you the price that you have to sell your products. And there have been times that I've sold at losses. Are you following me?
Yes.
So it's not as if we are lazy or we are not productive or we are not. But some of us who are even making efforts. These are the challenges. My fish farm now has been down for like 3 years because I'm looking for sources to fund, because in all of these livestock agric, you have to have lots of money to be able to feed them. Whether I've done poultry before, raising turkey, raising birds, and this catfish farming. But you have to have a lot of money, because if you don't feed them regularly, you have a shortage. And when you now get a lot of money personally, you get to the market determines your price. Sometimes you even return the fishes back into the water because the prices are not tolerable. So these are the things that I don't want to pass the buck to say government is my problem. Just like you have said, we can make a change, and that is why I even joined this group through Pastor Femi. I believe that knowledge is not limited, and I'm willing. I'm always ready to garner more knowledge. This is my take, man.
Thank you very much, sir. As we round up today's class, because we said it's going to be just 2 hours today, is there anybody else that wants to say anything else before we end the class? Anybody else wants to contribute and say something?
From Councillor.
Okay, sir. Go ahead.
All right.
Please, your
Yeah,
name.
thank you
Your
so
name
much.
first. Your name.
I am Oluwaseyi Olawole.
Okay, sir.
All right. Yeah, thank you so much, Ma, for the training today. I've really learned a lot, especially in the area of the personal leadership. So I want to ask a question for someone like me, or for some of us who have not been into agriculture or farming before, and then we want to step into this business. What do you think would be a major drive, man? What can drive us to do it? You know, since we've not been into it before, and how can we be more passionate about it? Because in whatever one is doing, one must have passion for it, even though we shouldn't see it as a kind of business that you want to just do and make money, but it's going to be something that when you do it, you should be passionate about it. So what do you think, man, could be in continuity to take it further? Thank you, man.
First and foremost, in the next class, we will talk about this thing called your gift. Your gift. Your gift is the first thing. And that is why the issue of knowing yourself is very important. Very important. Your gift. It is not everybody that is born to be somebody that would farm and till the soil to bring out food. Some of us, it may be the technological or automation that will be needed to drive food from the farm to industry that you'll be carrying as your gift. For some of us, it may be marketing the food will be your passion. For some of us, it might be how can the food move from industry to the market? Some of us, it might be how this food would move from the soil where it is produced to industry. As in, you will be the first person that whosoever is industry will meet. As in, you are the harvester. Some of us we have gifts as becoming the harvester of food, not the planter of the food. And some of us are processors. For me, I've been through all these stages, from the farm to harvesting, to industry, to manufacturing, to taking it to the market. I have had all these various kind of experiences. So you need to locate where you are in that supply chain. Within the next 2 weeks, while we are at home, please, I need us to think very deeply. Where are you in the supply chain? Are you the planter? Is your passion being the planter? Is your passion being the harvester? Is your passion being the one who supplies, who brings that food, that raw material to the gate of industry? Is your passion the mechanism, the inner manufacturing process? You are a designer of food processing machine, automation. Or are you the regulatory like me? Right now, I stay put inside regulatory. I am regulatory, quality assurance. Are you quality assurance? Is that your passion? Make sure that the food is produced right. The food won't kill people. Is that your passion? Or are you the one that will market the food? Are you the one that is going to be selling the food? Are you the sales? Are you food sales? Is food sales your passion? And then the last part of it is, are you the retailer? Are you the wholesaler and retailer? Which means you are the one who receives the packaged food and you sell it in your store. You are the retailer that somebody will be paying $5 to be able to buy the food. So where are you in this chain? And all that comes from you recognizing who you are and your gift. So within the next 2 weeks before we get into the next thing, please, I need people to work on this and bring it to class. I need everybody to document this because this is going to be what will bring us to the next level in our discussion. Thank you. Two more people to make contribution, and then we end the class for today. Two more contributions. Who wants to take the floor next? Anybody? Okay, sir. You have the floor, Mr. Olukotun Samuel.
I'm very grateful to be connected into this this environment. That is a true prophet, Steve. You see, somebody like me, I'm an accountant. I studied accounting in the early 80s. But as the world is turning, there are innovations coming in, and I have to start changing gradually. I change to communications because I have idea that it seems communication will take the whole world. So along the line, I have passion for farming, mainly poultry. And I did it through some doctors working for some farms in Ibadan then, like avian specialties, because I do communication gadgets for their farms. So eventually, up till today, I still have the passion, though I do buildings. And I'm always going through some documentaries that makes me to continue to cry and weep for what is happening in Nigeria. And there is no way, nobody, because we have all this idea and we don't have to die with these ideas we have in us. So many, not only me, so many. Because you could see that peasant farming is what they are still doing in this country, which is a very, very great shame to this nation. But when people that have these ideas try to come up with one thing or the other, they push him down. And for example, as you have just said, we can create another environment, community, and so on that will come out as a city and so on with other innovations. For example, you can see now that peasant farming, if we stop it and start commercial, you can see people that are farming, they need equipment. And I have been looking forward to have equipment like tractors, harvesters, and so on, because we have the landscape so much in every part of this nation. And you can go down to anywhere and acquire these lands and then create it as an agricultural sector, whereby you have recreation centers, just like they have in US and some others, farmers. They have their farms, they have where they live, they have their recreation centers that will make people to feel belong and they won't get worried. Something like that is what we need here in this country. And with this idea you are bringing us in, I think it's a very good, it's coming in at a very good time. And with us that you have along, I know that there are many things you can tap from every one of us that are contributing to this group now. So I'm very grateful to be among the first people that are in this line. So that's my own contribution. Thank
you very much, sir. I can tell you we will tap your brain. As an accountant, oh
Yes.
my. We are going to tap your brain, sir. Everything you are carrying, that accounting, you will need to go back to it for a while, please, sir.
Yes.
We will
Okay.
tap your brain. Because
All right,
if you were an accountant in the 80s, seriously, you are carrying
Yes.
a load that we need.
Yeah, of course.
Because if anybody heard about Famorita Day bread in Akure,
Yes.
my daddy's cousin was an accountant.
Yes.
And he went into Famorita Day bread in modernized bakery. My uncle and my cousin there can remember, they can bear me witness. Ayetoro, Famorita Day bread. He was an accountant when he started. He used that accounting to bring that bread to a standard that no one had in Nigeria in his time.
Yeah.
So, as an accountant, sir, get your brain ready. We need your brain. We really, really need your brain in this thing. So,
Yes,
sir, get ready, sir.
Okay, man.
We can tell you that now. Let's tell you ahead of time. We are going to pay for your brain. We will pay for it.
Okay.
All
right.
Your brain, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam.
Okay, one more person, and then we end the class for today. One more person. I need one more person to speak. I need a lady to speak now. Yes. Men have been speaking. I need a lady to speak. I don't want to be the only lady speaking. I need one lady to speak. I think Adeyemi Bossede is there, yes or no? Hello? Please don't go silent on me. I need a lady to speak. Living Word, there is a lady with you, yes or no?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, I have some ladies with me.
Please, I need one of them to speak.
But I think they are trying to really get their feet, to really know what is happening.
No, I need one of them to say something. We won't end this class if one of them doesn't speak. That's the verdict.
Just go and then just greet them and then
Don't greet. We are not just saying greet us. We need you to say something about this. What do you think? What do you feel? We need someone to say something. All of us are going to be speaking in this class. So let's start it from day one now. All of us. So I need one lady to come up to the mic. Don't be shy because you are a disruptor already by coming for this program. So we need you to say something. You are welcome. Whosoever will take the floor among the ladies. Please come close to the mic and tell us your name. We want to see your face, ma'am. Please come closer.
My name is Ifoma Nnobi.
Move closer a little bit. Your voice is shaking. Move closer a little bit to the mic. Yes, we can see you now.
Okay, ma. My name is Ifoma Nnobi.
You are welcome.
Thank you, ma. So, I have a question. Like people that have potential, that want to join in this kind of business, but they don't have the fund to start. How would they do about it?
Now, fund is going to come. But don't let us talk fund first, because this is one of the mentality we seem to be carrying around a lot of times. Fund is not the first thing in the journey. Because if we put first fund, what it does to your brain is it makes your brain stifle. You freeze up. If we put money as the first thing in a journey of going into a business, what it does to your brain is money is a scarce resource. When we put it in front of our eyes, what it does is that your brain becomes stifled. Then all you'll be thinking about is how to raise money. But when you first of all put the necessary things in place, which is the right knowledge that you need, when you start that first, then you would see that creative ideas of how to generate money will come. That is one of the things that I'm learning by living in this other part of the world. Most people that are going into things, they first of all think about what is it that I actually want to do? Why am I going to be doing this thing? What will be involved in this thing I want to do? It is when they get to that point, and that is when the accountant comes into place. The accountant now helps us to break it down into numbers. It is when we now break it down into numbers, then we now begin to see what numbers do we need. Then we go to where will these numbers come from? How can these numbers be generated over time? Nobody arrives overnight. But unconsciously, we have all been taught that that is the way to start. Money first, even if you don't know what you want to do. And oftentimes, we end up being a plane that took off without getting all the machinery well in place, and then we crash all of a sudden. And then we waste all the money we have. One of the things we want to be able to do in this program is, first of all, go and actually go outside and find out what is it you wanted to do and why. Who is going to be the person that will buy into your vision? How they buy into that vision, how both of you interact would be what will start generating the ideas of what you need. And then we now get to the accountant, which is our daddy Samuel, to start crunching numbers for us. Until then, do we know what numbers we need? So it's a very beautiful question. Thank you for asking that question, my sister, because this is where we end up having a brain blow when we put finances in the beginning. As we move forward in this class, we would get to a point where we begin to say, okay, now, based on the fact that we start crunching numbers, let's start thinking of how to creatively generate money to start. But it will mean that at that point in time, we already can define where we are going. Thank you very much, ma.
Thank you, ma.
I see one hand up. I see Oluwaseyi Oduwole. Is your hand up, sir? Mr. Oluwaseyi Oduwole, is your hand up? I'm trying to ask. Please, okay, you're unmuted now. If you wanted to say something.
Unmuting.
Hello, good morning, ma.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
And good morning to everybody.
Good morning.
My name is Oluwaseyi Oduwole, and I'm so much happy for this great opportunity. I want to say, ma, that myself and you connect on some grounds, and some of the people on this platform actually know some little things about what I do. And
please,
part of what I do.
I want to see your face.
Okay.
Thank
Can you see me now?
Much better.
Yeah. And part of what I do is to bring the consciousness of youth, because I so much have connections with a lot of youth, most especially in my church and around, to bring the consciousness of youth to some of the opportunities around that they can venture into. And that was what informed an NGO that I started, Light Up a Lamp Initiative. And some few weeks back, we actually organized a Zoom meeting focusing on agriculture and IT majorly. So, and it's just so unfortunate that some of our youth don't know that post-COVID, these are the areas they need to be focusing on, and these are the areas they have to be keen into, so that they can thrive and have a sustainable living. So in actual fact, what I'm actually driving at is, I really appreciate what you are doing. I really applaud you for coming up with an idea such as this. And I know it's really going to go a long way, as in to actually disrupt the ecosystem and bring a lot of people into to open their eye to some of the things they need to be doing right now. So I think you are really doing the right thing, and I want to really appreciate you for that. And coming to the area of agriculture, I think what we need to be driving right now is the application of innovative technology to optimize crop production and harvesting. And in our Zoom meeting, I brought somebody that is an expert in the area of how to deploy GIS and remote sensing technology, on how to actually determine, on how to do farm mapping. How do you determine what kind of crop you plant on a particular farm space that will be suitable for that kind of space? So I think that's one area that I think has not been promoted in Nigeria, most especially in the agricultural ecosystem. And I think that's one of the things we need to be promoting. We need to bring subject matter experts in that area, because it's not just going into farming. You ought to know what kind of crop will be suitable for a particular farmland, and you ought to know what kind of area of agric you want to go into before even talking about investment. So that's just my take.
Thank you very much, Mr. Oluwaseyi. This brings us to the end of this first class together. I appreciate everyone for coming. Like I said, please, if your email was not in the form that you sent to us, please send your email. The platform, the WhatsApp platform, is there for us to start communing with one another. One of the reasons why that venue was open was because it's not just for when we are in class like this. I want us to begin to talk. Let us begin to talk amongst one another, because now we have become one family. Whatever ideas, as much as it's a class platform, I want us to limit it to professional talking. It's going to be limited to professional talking, which means whatever we see that has to do with us going into this new move together, please bring it up on that platform. But as much as possible, I will not subject that particular platform to just any form of talking apart from professional talk. Which means if anything comes up on that platform that does not agree with our profession in this place, I will block it out. Because one of the things that we all seems to be dealing with now is platforms are set up for certain things, and we just see all kinds of intrusion coming into it. We want it to be strictly professional. Strictly professional. There might be days when I'll come across a particular video or somebody saying something that is relevant to us, and I will post it there for all of us to watch and give your thoughts about it. There might be days that it may be somebody's, maybe it is a documentary or maybe somebody wrote something or a particular news came up, and I want every one of us to give our thoughts on it. I will paste it there. So please let us keep it professional. That will be one thing. The second thing is this. There are about 5 of us that are not on WhatsApp right now. About 5 of us. Please, if you are not on WhatsApp right now, please go and download the WhatsApp app. Please. Go and download it because it will really, really help you to be on WhatsApp, to be able to connect with this group. Yesterday, now we'll call it yesterday, it was quite a drag for me trying to send message both on WhatsApp and sending it through my personal phone. I don't want to engage my personal phone on this platform. I strictly want it to be on the platform that is open for it. So the first one that we've opened now is the WhatsApp, and further it will be the Facebook and all the other media. But my personal message, I don't want to use it for this program. So I sent that message to 5 of us that were not on WhatsApp to say, I made an invite. I think the 5 people, if they look at their phone, they will see there were 5 people that I made an invite to say, please go and download WhatsApp in order for you to be included. Please, before the next class, I need us to download WhatsApp if you are not on WhatsApp, and let us get ready for the next class. So the next class is going to be 9 a.m. We were saying 2 hours today. Okay, you can see we're almost at the 3-hour mark already. So, yeah, we said 3 hours, but we said, okay, data first day. But you see, there is a need for us to be able to have feedback like this. That's one of why it goes into 3 hours. It's not just enough for me to sit down here and just keep talking. It doesn't make sense. Now, we couldn't have any break room today. The next time we'll have break room where groups of 4, groups of 5 will be there to be able to discuss and rub minds based on whatever we are discussing. So by God's grace, on Monday night, which is Monday night here, will be Tuesday in Nigeria, I'll be able to send this recording to us. And then every one of us will be able to go and look over it. Any upcoming homework, I'll be able to send it to us so that everybody can go and prepare towards the next class, which will be 2 Saturdays from today. Thank you very much. I appreciate this first class. It's been a very healthy exercise. And I want to believe that everybody saw it as a healthy exercise too.
It's been worthwhile.
Thank you very, very much, everybody. So, class dismissed. See you on the next 2 Saturdays will be when? 4 plus 14 will be the 18th. So the next class will be on the 18th of July. Thank you very much and have a wonderful weekend. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah.